It's another Sunday, it's another brawl, what are we doing?
Nonsense Rumble!
That's absolutely right. What is the category for today?
We're doing the Monster Hunter a Monster Hunter monster from the Winged Wyvern category.
Yes! Those eagle-eared listeners might remember last month we did a land-based Monster Hunter monster, and then as we finished the episode, I can't remember which one of us said it, but we kind of mutually agreed on just like, this is a really dumb way of fucking breaking things up, considering we have type classifications. Let's just use those.
Yeah. They have type classifications. Unlike we basically had a brute wyvern versus a fanged wyvern, and brute wyverns win that matchup any day of the week, which ended up happening. So we're going within the categories as Monster Hunter presents them itself. Some of them are a bit weird, like Diablos. I would put more brute than flying, even though it can fly.
I was so surprised when I found out it was classed as a winged wyvern, because I've never... well, they do fly, don't they? I've seen them fly, but I more associate them with the burrowing thing.
Yeah, they burrow and they stun you.
Yeah, they're bastards. I don't like fighting them.
Yeah. It's. I think it's the one that I hate the most out of Monster Hunter Worlds.
Weirdly, Black Diablos is easier.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why either, because fucking Azure Rathalos and Pink Raytheon are definitely more aggressive than their normal counterparts. Maybe it's because Diablos is already so aggressive.
Or maybe because making it more aggressive means it doesn't burrow quite as much.
Could be. Either way. Boy, we got off topic slightly. For those of you unfamiliar with the show, we pick a category, as Rick just explained for y'all, and we pick monsters within that category and argue why mine would beat yours. We didn't say this when making it, but we're not adding modifiers like immortal, etc., because we had that discussion last month.
Yeah, so because of that, we're going with the base form of all of them. So Black Diablos would just be a Diablos.
Oh, I wasn't going to go that far. I think Black Diablos and Azure Rathalos are fair game. It's more the modifiers that are like, by the way, this thing heals 5 HP every 2 seconds.
Yeah, like it's a variant, it's got a different name, it's got a different model, but yeah, it's just better than the same thing.
Yeah, but anyway, those of you unfamiliar with the show probably don't know this, but we usually have an honourable mention. Rick, do you have one for today?
My one for today is the poster villain monster from Wilds. Not the final boss, but the one that's kind of on the promotional stuff. It is Arkveld. It explicitly hunts other monsters, and it has the bullshit ability to just wrap them up in its tentacles and drain them of all their life force.
Yeah, I was very confused to find this one on the list of winged wyverns as well, because it's not an Elder Dragon, but it fucking feels like one with how they hype it up.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think they actually have Elder Dragons in Wilds. I think they've got one now, but only now. Things that had the Elder Dragon, that filled the Elder Dragon role, are the Apex Predators.
Yeah, but I think they're still Elder Dragons, they've just called them something different.
Yeah, and you still get the same thing of they're so big that you can't capture them at all, so you just have to kill it and carve it, and you get more carves that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm picking Arkveld for my honourable mention. I think it's a very strong pick. However, my main pick directly counters it.
That's interesting.
So how about you? Do you have an honourable mention?
Yeah, my honourable mention is going to be the giant dick bag known as Beelzebub.
Okay.
I hate this monster with a passion. It was a big roadblock for me in high rank back in the day, and the reason why it's honourable mention and not the winged wyvern actual pick is because I've got a sneaking suspicion it's your actual pick, and I wanted us to have an actual fight.
Yeah. Da 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 da.
Yes, Rick, put us out of your misery. Who's your pick?
Yeah, it's the Betelgeuse, the B-52 of Monster Hunter, with its exploding scales. If it's fighting an Arkveld, who, tentacles you up and tries to drain all your life force, all it has to do is blow up its scales, which blow up its tentacles. It lays traps. I think it's got a breath weapon as well, but that's not the big deal. The big deal is like dropping all of his bombs that become area denial.
I will say, being a hammer bro is very useful against this guy, because you can fuck those things up while they're attached to him, and therefore stop that attack for a while.
That's cute. I like that.
It took me a while to learn that one as well.
Yeah, so that would be something that a more brutish monster could do, but Arkveld is more... It's generally more finesse because of his whips.
I will say, we don't know if the explosion would make Arkveld let him go. That being said, you won't be fighting Arkveld, so it's not a problem.
Good. Okay, so, after having counterpicked my own honourable mention, what's your actual pick today?
My actual pick is probably going to lose, because I went for a monster that is finesse, and I went for a monster that is very much the definition of winged wyvern, in the sense that it never fucking lands, unlike Beelzebub, and that's probably its only advantage. I am talking about Legiana.
Yeah, okay.
So Legiana isn't exactly a hard counter to Beelzebub, but I think there's more to this fight than nothing at all.
Yeah, so you don't get the downside of explosion of the ground, because you don't touch the ground.
Yeah, and
we'll ignore the way that the game is programmed, where if something's flying, it's just floating. It's on the ground, just floating above it. But yeah.
But here's the thing: is I think in a purely air-based fight, Legiana might edge it out, because again, Beelzebub's big thing is the bombing run, and you can't do that on something that's flying. However, here's the thing: Legiana, on the off chance that you didn't pick Beelzebub, Legiana also has an attack that focuses entirely on bombarding the ground. The only difference is his is ice-based rather than explosions.
Yeah, and ice is rather lethal to flying things, as we know from Pokemon.
I don't think you can use that logic in Monster Hunter.
Yeah, but it's one of those things. If you get frostbite in your wing joints, then you're probably going to drop out of the sky.
Yeah, but Beelzebub... I can't believe I'm defending you here, but Beelzebub runs so hot, I don't know if that's even possible.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, it's one of those where I think this is very much a battle of aerial domination. Here's the thing: I think Legiana has got the speed and the agility, but if we take the wings away, we got brute strength against dexterity again.
Yeah, and if Betelgeuse can catch up, which he seems to be able to catch up with us, then I think he's got it. And I think, like you say, what Legiana has got is speed. If they have to fight, they're probably going to be doing it pretty up close.
Well, here's the thing as well, is I think Legiana's ice crystal flapping wing bullshit has got the advantage of it can attack something in the sky with it. Whereas with the with the bombing scales, it's explicitly targeting things on the ground.
Yeah. So basically all it can do is set its scales to start exploding, and then go for an up-close shoulder charge, and then it explodes and does damage to both of them. So like a recoil move in Pokemon.
Well, I think Beelzebub's strategy would have to be trying to knock Legiana on the ground for long enough to do a strafing run. It's just a question of whether or not he's got enough gun to do that.
Yeah, I get you. So yeah, I think the Betelgeuse might have it, but what are we thinking?
Here's the thing, right? As a hunter, Betelgeuse is 10 times more annoying.
Yes.
There's not even a question. But the problem is who's got superiority of the sky? Here's what I'm thinking: is I'm thinking if you change... If you think of the monsters as planes, Legiana is a dogfighter, whereas Beelzebub is a bomber. The only difference is this bomber also has a machine gun in the front, because we've neglected to mention that Beelzebub can just straight up breathe. I don't know if it's fire; it might just be a blight-inflecting weapon, but it is an attack.
Yeah, I think it's either fire or blast. But yeah, he does have his regular breath weapon, doesn't he?
Unless I'm misremembering, I'm 95% sure he has a breath weapon. He just usually doesn't use it because the bombing strafing run is a lot more effective.
I think he does, and he can use it for like igniting the bombs if they've not been ignited yet.
We're relying on my memory. That's quite poor, so I'm just going to concede that one. Yeah,
my memory isn't perfect. It's either that or he just lands and that causes it to work. A fireball. Yeah, fireball. He's got a fireball.
Yeah, okay. I'm willing to concede and give this one to Beelzebub based on the annoyance factor as a hunter, but with the big old asterisks of, like, I think a Spitfire would beat a Lancashire bomber.
Spitfire beating Hurricane. Ooh.
Hurricane is also a fucking fighting jet, so...
It is, and it was the backbone of World War II that people seem to forget because, the Spitfire was more glamorous.
Well, the Spitfire was newer, is more important.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man, it's like X-Wing versus Y-Wing.
Don't start with your nerd shit.
Tee-hee. Betelgeuse wins!
Beelzegoose wins, but again, I'm not going to make a habit of being a little bitch whenever I lose, but I'm still going to do it. Of the big old caveat of like, I think Legiana's got a great chance. I think Legiana's got the best chance out of most ring Wyverns to take down Beelzegoose, because unless we use like Silver Rathalos, I think that might have a chance because it's got brute strength on its side. It's just a matter of whether or not it has enough brute strength to take out Beelzegoose. Because Beelzegoose is the Devil Joe of the sky, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd say that Arkveld is more the Devil Joe of the sky when it comes to hunting other monsters. But yeah, Beelzegoose is the one for the brute side of it.
Well, here's the thing: is I'm still not entirely convinced that Arkveld's grip would be broken by one explosion, because Arkveld is effectively the boss monster of that game.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, Beelzegoose
wins.
We've conceded this fact. We'll move on with our lives, and we'll see you next week, guys, for something that is actually different.
Yeah, bye everybody.